recording. All righty, welcome to December, the last month in 2016's free call. This is Dr. Alison K. There's a lot of new folks on, and I see a lot of the core folks on too. Thank you for being here as we enter into this next phase of all of our awakening. This has been an incredible year. Many people are really aware of how intense this year has been, and we are preparing for an influx of really high vibration light coming down on January 1st through January 11th. And so right now, today, at 1:58 a.m. New York time, the new moon in Capricorn started, and I actually was flagged to go outside right at that time. I came in later and looked up again the timing of the new moon, and it was, I'm not even exaggerating, I think it was 1:52 that I became aware of go outside. This is a moon that is really ready for us to rest and kind of reflect and take stock. So it's like this universal gift from the cosmos of the divine, however you construe it, to help us move forward into this new year. And for those of you who are new, you can raise your hand pressing *2 on your phone, and then I can go ahead and call on you. You can get some spotlight coaching if you press *2 on your phone. If you're listening on the webcast, you can see on that page there on the bottom left, wow, there's a lot of you on. On the bottom left on the webcast is where you can ask your questions. You can submit a question there. And so there's one of you asking about me seeing your future. It's not so much that kind of a call as it is to do clearings and activations and a group blessing for us all to be able to be more opened, more awakened, and more ready to flow all of this beautiful energy that's supporting us and having more ease and grace and joy than we ever thought was possible. And so I have been working in this field for basically since I've been a teen, but formally since I've been 19, and I started as a psych major, and I then said this isn't hitting why people are choosing what they're choosing and how people are happy. So I lived in Asia for 10 years studying subtle energy. I've been working with people's subtle energy systems for longer than that. I have clients from around the world who I help catalyze these beautiful openings in your system, in their systems. We're just clearing the beliefs at an unconscious and subconscious level, open up so much. It's just phenomenal how this work is, and it can be so easy, and we're so entrenched in the training of battle. And that when I asked what would be a contribution to the listeners tonight, I asked, and I heard something about the focus on the battle. So I'm going to do that. One of the aspects of this focus on the battle, in America in particular, for those of you who aren't living in America, but I'm sure you've heard through Hollywood, war on drugs, war on poverty, war on cancer, war on breast cancer, then they get more specific. Just everything's a war. And it's the old paradigm, the yin-yang, the black and white, the battling against, because when we have resistance against something, we're pushing energy flows out. And if we're pushing energy flows out, that means we're blocking the potential of energy coming into us. My most recently published book, Vibrational Upgrade, A Conspiracy for Your Bliss, Using Humanity's Evolutionary Transition, hit #1 on Amazon, and it's at least in the category of energy healing. I don't remember the other categories my publisher told me. And I say this because I spend 2 chapters in the book talking about the conversion of us as humans and bodies on planet Earth now from that doing and from that making happen into the allowing and the receiving. It can be so much easier if we attune our mind, body, and spirit system, or our energy, space, and consciousness and body, to these frequencies of allowing ourselves to receive love and support, acknowledging that love and support that's all around us, knowing and expecting it to be there for us, and then allowing ourselves to choose, to go for, to create what it is that we desire. So everything and anything that doesn't allow for you to perceive, know, be, and receive what it is I just said about the conversion from the resistance and the battling and the fighting against, where you're putting energy out instead of allowing and trusting and attuning your energy, your body, your consciousness to the support and the love that's all around us. Are you willing to destroy and uncreate all of that? And I'm going to take you guys off of lecture mode. Feel free to yell out, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
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 Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. And I want to take a moment and I want to ohm all of us together. So if you do it at the back of your throat, it's much more robust and you really feel it. You can picture golden light if you want. So I'm going to take us all of you off of lecture. I'm going to put you back on so everybody can be heard. Inhaling.
Veszem meg, akkor ez a Ezt például nem kell csinálni. Kérlek utolsó.
Beautiful. Somebody was just kicking in there too, and it was beautiful. But I'm sorry, there was somebody who had other stuff going on in their background, so it was hard to totally hear all of it. So may all beings on this call and moving forward, whose ever lives you touch, may all beings on planet Earth know respite from the war, respite from the battle inside, and respite from the perception that there's battle to be fought, whether internally or externally, and instead be attuned to the forces of love. And what if there's nothing wrong? That's the title of my first book. Yet I wrote my 10th year in Asia. What if the blocks that you're on this call to get cleared aren't even true, and they weren't even yours to begin with, that they got imprinted upon you like a snowflake or a foot on the snow imprints, a footprint from your parents, from your teachers in that age, from the ages from 0 to 10 when our neurological wiring is forming. And we're looking, as little children, we're looking, how does mom do this on planet Earth? How does dad do it on planet Earth? How does brother and sister, how do they get that good, yummy feeling from mom and dad on planet Earth? And we make these conclusions. Well, she's a good girl, and she sits on daddy's lap and is quiet and smiles up at him. So I guess that's how we get love, with that good feeling from him. And so in gets the subconscious conclusion formed of, I should be a good little girl and smile a lot and be pleasing to my male role model, which then gets carried over into relationships older as a female, because that subconscious conclusion is there. But what if there's nothing wrong? What if a simple clearing would flush out that and allow energy to flush in and rush through your system, and you can be this open, awakened, attuned force that flows this beautiful energy down through your crown chakra, through your entire system, where you're more magnetic and able to attract to you what you desire with more ease, and you're not thinking something's wrong, and you're not thinking you have to fix something, and you're just able to trust yourself and this universe's love and support for you, a child of this universe in a human body. Thank you for being on this call. Thank you for being who you are on this planet. That's why I do this call. And know that in this moment moving forward, you can create the life you desire. That's what you're here to do. Anything and everything that doesn't allow for that to start now. Are you willing to destroy and uncreate? Go ahead and say yes there.
Yes.
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 Times a godzillion. Yes. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine shorts, boys and beyond. All right. So I have, again, there's a couple of you with your hands raised. So that's *2 on your phone. And on the webcast, I have some submitted questions. So there's one, and this is from Melbourne. I have wealth abundance problems. Are there any solutions? So it seems appropriate to start out with some abundance because that's usually on everybody's mind. And I really, one of the other pieces of information I got when I asked the questions of my consciousness in the greater field or my higher self or divinity, however you construe it, what would be of contribution to everybody, not just abundance, but activations for good fortune and good luck. We're like, you're a little child skipping. When was the last time you skipped? You know, where you're just skipping and in that childlike expectancy of all good things to happen. You get a gumdrop or you get that yummy piece of candy offered to you, you know, or you get to go get that gift, the new bike. You trust that Christmas or Hanukkah is going to bring beautiful gifts to you, or you trust that the sun will rise, or the moon will rise, or there'll be stars in the sky, right? As adults, you trust that our earth will spin on its axis and that we'll have the seasons and that we'll have food grown that is healthy and life-giving. Let's return to the basics so that we don't get our minds creating around complexity what isn't possible. And then we get into the caught up in all of that noise that then all the advertising comes in on and all of the noise comes in on. And let's just stay with the basics. In this moment right now, you are blessed. What energy, space, and consciousness can you and your bodies be to perceive, know, be, and receive what good luck and good fortune and how blessed you are? In anything and everything that doesn't allow for that, are you willing to destroy and uncreate? Yes. You can say yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Times of God, billions, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. I don't want to go into theta yet and do some theta healings for that. Just please know that I have channeled such energy. You're getting cleared already from my vibration. My system I created is called Vibrational Upgrade. I just got off of my group program call, and one of the participants was talking about ever since the call started how she could feel herself pulsating. You might feel that in your fingertips, in your palms, in your toes. You might be yawning. You might have twitches in your elbows or in your shoulders. You might have sudden flashes of heat. You might be clearing your throat. You might be excited, and it could physiologically show up as possibly fear, but it's actually excitement. You could be crying. Your tummy could be growling. All of that are typical responses of the consciousness shifting and raising in response to what is happening in your fields right now and in the greater morphic field created for this free call, full of blessings, full of this high, beautiful golden frequency of you can have anything your heart desires. How much are you going to allow yourself to desire? How much are you going to allow yourself to receive? All right. So I want to lift off the Alhambra, California person. Are you there? Hello?
Yes. Dr. Alison, it's me. Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
It's King, and I worked with you I think
how
a few months ago.
Yeah.
You do?
I totally remember. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm so looking forward to this call, and thank you for being a service to us.
Welcome. Thanks for the expression of gratitude. It's always appreciated, King. What can I do for you? Where are you at now?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I was, remember in the free call, I was working on the love and romance area. You helped clear me, and I signed up for your 3-month program. Yep. What I'm coming up against right now is I just recently aware of I have there's a male colleague at work that somehow just triggered me, and I was very uncomfortable around him, and I realized I have anger and discomfort around men. So that's not going to be good going into dating and relationship and all that. So I'd like to get that clear.
King, do me a favor and help me. The phone cut out a little bit. he came at you with anger is what you said?
Yeah, well, I have some anger around, well, discomfort and anger around men, especially with my male colleague.
It's yours, you were saying, okay.
Yeah, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I was just very, very uncomfortable, and I realized that I was triggered by him and just felt like he crossed my boundary, and I have a lot of discomfort about, my boundary not being respected.
What if that's okay? I know that sounds overly simplified, King, but you have done work with me. You were on the Tuesday night call for 3 months, and a great deal. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it 3 months or were you just 1 month?
Yeah, 3 months. 3 months.
That's what I thought. Okay. So when you start, there's some people on the phone. I can see their names in the column of who's on the phone, and I'm laughing because of that. There's some people I've worked with who, when they're first starting to learn to say no and learn to define boundaries and not say yes or be so giving all the time, I actually have told them you're going to feel kind of like a jerk at first. And quite literally, I said cold bitch. Compared to what you're used to feeling and being in this giving nature, as you start to draw boundaries, you're going to feel like a cold bitch. Now, I understand that you're not saying that, King. But what I am saying in response to that is in receiving those clearings, a lot of them, and I remember your energy on the call, on the Tuesday night calls. I remember clearing this. I remember being excited to see that you went through with it and you got on the Tuesday night call after the free call. And I remember the first call being really focused, and then the second call after that on the third chakra, which is boundary, and on anger, which is the third chakra. So what if you reacting, I'm using that word on purpose because I know it sounds like it's negative, but what if your instinctual healthy response now or reaction now was to get angry because he was in fact crossing your boundaries, and that was the most appropriate response for you to have? The discomfort was because this is new, because you're actually defining your boundaries instead of allowing yourself to be stepped on, walked on, taken advantage of. I'm not quite sure the right phrase to use that would, but do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got it.
You feel softer. All right, so King, is there a belief that you have that if you express anger, then that's masculine and that's bad for you?
Well, if I express anger, that's too masculine, that's bad for me. Well, possibly, because I grew up with my father being a very angry person, so I was afraid of him. So yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there. Okay.
There's no room for us to be angry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there. So that you view expression of anger as bad. It's very basic. That's the way the childlike logic works when we're 0 to 10, and it's forming those conclusions I was talking about at the beginning of the call. Okay, so I'm clearing it right now without me doing any obvious verbal theta or access clearings. I'm clearing it right now.
Okay, thank you.
There's something in you. You're welcome. It's lighter, King. We've with the work we've already done together, it's lighter. There's a lot of layers that are missing, that are not missing, but that aren't there anymore. Like there's gray energy that was around your field in the front, especially, that is no longer there, able to get more directly to you in your heart more easily. Does that make sense?
You know what? Now that you're speaking, something is clicking, because lately, even with some friends, female friends, and these are not people that I'm all that close with, former colleagues or friends, acquaintances who like to reach out to me or want to spend time, and I am just not that interested. And I was like, I'm so antisocial now. What's going on with me? What's wrong with me almost? So now that you're saying that, I can see that it has to do with, I think I'm getting a healthier boundary, or I'm more clear about what I want, what I need, and have less tolerance for that. Because I get a little bit worried, so I actually buy the 7 chakra system.
You were smart. I saw that.
I need some more help.
Yeah, let me, King, thank you for that. What she's talking about, you guys, there's still a 50% off. My business coach was not happy about this. She said only 25%, but I said, no, I'm doing 50. I don't care. So all audio products, including what I'm talking about right now, it is the most life-changing product that you can work with without working directly with me. And it's 50% off. So it's $100 for 6 hours of healing that you can, I have people who bought it 5 years ago that are still using it. You can listen to it over and over and over again, and it will clear out the blocks. It's the Chakra Attunement audio series, and it's on my website. Most of you are on the newsletter, and you've received the newsletters since Thanksgiving explaining the product. But you can just go to my website and go to the store and go, or under products, I think it says Chakra Attunement audio series. So that's what King is talking about, and it's phenomenal. The results that I've seen people get from that product, they're just life-changing, and it's very flexible. So you can do it on your own pace and timing and comfort of your own home kind of a thing, and it's ridiculous. It's $98 for 6 hours of healing that changes your life that you can listen to over and over and over again. All digital products are 50% off. Use the coupon code GIFT in all capitals and then 50. And you can, and the other one that many people have taken advantage of is the Stop Stopping Yourself product. And I think that becomes like $47.50, and that's 3 hours of healing. And it's just phenomenal. It's where you sabotage yourself by procrastination, or you don't allow yourself to ask for more or go for more in your life, or you sabotage yourself saying you're not good enough or you can't have that, and where you don't even realize consciously that you're stopping yourself, but you see you're not going for as much as you want to be going for. Or you see that you're wanting something, but you just can't get there. Stop Stopping Yourself product. The other one that I would highly recommend is Your Sensitivity is Your Power. If you're wanting to have more of a sense of boundaries and you're wanting to have more of an ability to not absorb other people's negative energy and to have more a sense of your own self-containment, and then how to shift that into the path of awakening and enlightenment, that product is phenomenal. And that's Your Sensitivity is Your Power. And then there's all these other themed products too. So gift in all capitals 50 will get you 50% off all of the products. And I think I'm going to let it go until New Year's Day, maybe the day after New Year's. I haven't put a stop date on it yet, even though my assistant's asking me for one. So take advantage of it. King, you can start listening. I would only do one a day because they're really potent, and you can have a strong reaction if you listen to more than one a day. So I would listen in there's 2 tracks. The first track is the instructional track for about 15 minutes, talking about the different blocks that are in that chakra and how if you're blocked in that chakra, your life will be affected. You'll identify yourself in it. So after you listen to the instructional track, you'll see, you'll know what ones to listen more to. But I would start with rotating the 3rd and the 5th, because your throat, I can feel your throat chakra is getting freer. And there's some hesitation in you about letting yourself become more free, as if you don't know that you can do that.
Got it.
Does
so
that
I don't
sense?
have to do that. Yeah, so I'm not doing that chakra 1st, 2nd, 3rd like that.
No, you don't have to. I mean, many people do that. And for those of you who are going to buy it, you can start with the root chakra in one day, and the next day start with the 2nd chakra, the 3rd day do the 3rd, and then I would take the 4th day off. But for you, because of the context that we've already worked together a bit, and what I'm seeing right now, you can rotate the 3rd and the 5th just for 4 days, then take a day off.
Okay.
And then start with the 1st. You can come back and listen to the recording, King, if you want.
Okay.
So then start rotating the 1st, the 3rd, and the 5th. And then introduce, after you've listened to those 3, take a day off, and then introduce the 4th. The last one for you to use is the 6th and 7th.
Got it.
The 6th and 7th chakras are in one. That's the only chakras that, because it's so related, that are on one. Every other chakra is their own. The second one, when you do the 2nd one and you do the 4th one, you're probably going to have some pretty strong healing response. So just be aware that if you're going to need more space, and when you do these clearings, you do end up needing more space because you go internal somewhat. So it's okay if you start to feel upset.
More space meaning what? What is more space mean? Space time to myself?
Yes. And this moon is asking, the new moon wants us to take more space for ourselves too, by the way. So this is a perfect, again, it's a gift from the divine to do that internal work so that you can emerge out like the phoenix when the time is right around mid-January.
Got it. I'm so glad I'm on this call and talk to you about that. So I would definitely, because that was my focus during the holiday, to start listening to the tracks. So that being said, Dr. Alison, would you recommend that I just buy the product 2 and 3 too then?
You have it. The second product 2 and, you mean the ones I was just talking about?
Yeah, the one I bought is the chakra one. I didn't buy the other 2. Yeah.
You can, because they're 50% off, so it's like you're getting 2 for 1, and just listen to them later, but don't listen to them yet. Just start with the Chakra 2 and audio series, and then stay in touch with me through email, and I'll sense out for you the right timing to bring them in, because it'll be too much change. I mean, it will be. It'll be too much change too quickly. It'll kind of shock your system.
Got it. Well, I am ready for change.
Yeah, really you are. You're quite different than the first free call you were on. I'm really proud of you and happy for you. And I'm feeling like I want to get to the next person because I can feel people out there.
Sure. Thank you.
It's my honor, King. Stay in touch and congratulations. How's it get any better than this? What else is possible? Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm in celebration, King, right there with you. Okay, so I'm going to go now to, I believe, the question and answer. There is someone from New York. Dear Alison, I need a clearing to resolve many situations in my life that are holding me back. So, there's a lot more in there now. All right, you guys, let's all sit back and get comfortable. I'm going to go into doing some theta at this point. So everyone sit back and get comfortable. If you've not done this before, you're going to want to make sure with me, if you've not done this before, that you're in a comfortable position where you can let your head fall back and you're not having to pay attention or take care of anybody or anything. You might fall what seems like asleep. Give me just a moment to get on up into theta. It's okay if you don't fully hear me or understand what I'm saying. The energy will still clear you. A lot of the times when I'm hitting one of your blocks, you don't hear me. You go unconscious because it's an unconscious or subconscious block that I'm hitting. So no worries if you don't follow all that I'm saying. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it for all the listeners both now and in the future's past life history level. I'm stuck. Yes. Replacing it with I'm stuck. No. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. Unblocked. Yes. Replacing it with unblocked. No. Creator, it is commanded you clear any and all free-floating thoughts and trauma. And clear all imprints around feeling like they can't move forward. Creator, it is commanded. You pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. I'm safe. No. Replacing it with I'm safe. Yes. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the feeling and the knowing how to their day-to-day lives safe. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you know the Creator's perception, definition, and understanding of being safe as a child of this universe in a human body on planet Earth right now. Their highest and best with grace and ease. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. I'm unlovable. Yes. Replacing it with I'm unlovable. No. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you clear any and all free-floating thoughts and trauma and imprints and cut all cords of conditioning from the trance of the masses around being unlovable. Show me. Good. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. I'm unlovable. Yes. Replacing it with I am lovable. Yes. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. I'm unloved. Yes. Replacing it with I am loved. Yes. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the Creator's perspective, definition, and understanding of being lovable and being loved as a child of this universe in a human body on planet Earth right now, their highest and best, with grace and ease. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the feeling and the knowing how to go about their day-to-day lives being lovable and being loved. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. I'm unworthy. Yes. Replacing it with I'm unworthy. No. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you clear any and all free-floating thoughts and trauma and imprints and cut all cords of conditioning from the trance of the masses around worthy. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull a belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. I'm unworthy. Yes. Replacing it with I am worthy. Yes. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the feeling of being worthy. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the knowing how to go about each of their day-to-day lives. Worthy. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the Creator's perspective, definition, and understanding of worthiness and of being worthy as a child of this universe in a human body on planet Earth right now. Their highest and best for grace and ease. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you clear any and all free-floating thoughts and trauma around being undeserving. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. I'm unworthy. Yes. Replacing it with I'm unworthy. Now, show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. I'm unworthy. Yes. Replacing it with I am worthy. Yes. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the feeling and the knowing how to go about each of their day-to-day lives worthy. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the Creator's perspective, definition, and understanding of being worthy as a child of this universe in a human body on planet Earth right now. Their highest and best for grace and ease. Creator, it is commanded you download the Creator's perspective, definition, and understanding of abundance and of infinite amounts of money available to them as a child of this universe in a human body on planet Earth right now. Their highest and best with grace and ease. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you clear any and all free-floating thoughts and trauma around not having enough money. Clear all imprints to and cut all cords of conditioning from the trance of the masses around not having enough money. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you pull a belief at all the levels, resolving it at their past life history level. I never have enough money. Yes. replacing it with I always have more than enough money. Yes. Show me. Creator, it is commanded you download the Creator's perspective to an understanding of always having more than enough money. As a child of this universe in a human body on planet Earth right now, their highest and best with grace and ease. Show me. I'm going to slowly be pulling you guys out, coming out of theta. We're going to move into the next caller. I just want to, for those of you who are unfamiliar with this work, my whole first book talks about what's wrong on Amazon. And it talks about consciousness and how consciousness gets moved. I'm a Qigong teacher, yoga and meditation teacher, energy medicine practitioner, personal trainer, PhD as a holistic life coach, lived in Asia for 10 years studying subtle energy. Considered one of the country's experts on subtle energy. Life force moves or it stays stuck based on our beliefs. In my first book, I talk about how it was discovered in quantum physics that it's what moved us out of Newtonian physics into quantum physics, that our thoughts aren't separate from a greater field. And so we're clearing beliefs that have you seeing life and projecting out onto life. These things happening based on your beliefs. It's not the outside world first. And then we end up with these beliefs. So when changing out of I don't have enough money into I always have more than enough money, if you listen to this over and over again, you'll start to notice that you'll make different choices. And that's the nature of this work. You want to listen more than once, and you want to slow down enough to be able to start to observe yourself as you're making choices. And this is the work I do as a meditation teacher with the observer and the mindfulness coaching, really starting to become more mindful of what our thoughts are telling us. Even though 85%-ish of our choices every day are made from the subconscious or unconscious, and it's only like 10-ish, 15-ish% are consciously made. That's why we do this work, because we're making choices, and when it seems like we're not even making choices, that's most crucial. That's when we're most on autopilot, operating out of our unconscious and subconscious beliefs. When we're kind of on robot mode, or we're not even aware we're making choices like I just said, and we just kind of negate or don't even look outside of the parameters of what we're used to our life being like. So we don't know what else is possible. So this work that I do is to open you up to that so that you can consider new things, and your attention can be caught by new things. It's along the lines of once you start to consider buying a new red car, a new red, Prius, I don't even think they make red, you start to see the red Prius everywhere, or the new red Mini Cooper, and you start to see the new red Mini Cooper everywhere. So what we focus on grows. And so as we clear out the subconscious and unconscious blocks, it leaves more room for us to, and then you hear me replacing and downloading the Creator's perspective, definition, understanding, and downloading the feeling and downloading the knowing how to go about your day-to-day life with this new feeling, this new energy. So it doesn't just clear the blocks, it actually activates your system to be able to notice and start to create the positive in your life, the replacement of the block. It's brilliant work. So just be sure to be slowed down enough to notice. Like I know for me, I remember one time, realizing and saying to myself, that's a new thought. And seeing how that then led to me making new choices, allowing myself to go for more because the block that had been stopping me was gone. All right, so I'm going to go to Joanne in Rochester, New York. Joanne, are you there?
Hello. Yes, I am. Thank you for taking
Hi.
my call. Hi.
You're welcome.
I feel like, I have done a lot of energy work, either by myself because I'm a practitioner or with other people. But I feel like there is some big wall that's invisible that hits me in every direction because I don't have really anything that's working the way it should after all the work that I've done. So I don't know what this wall is. I've done the deserving, the worthy, the access consciousness, EFT. I mean, really, I've done a lot of work, and I can't believe that things are not so much easier and flowy because it's affecting everything. There's just like a aloneness and money issues, and my teeth now are having trouble. There's always something, and I'm like, how can this possibly be after all this work that I've done? So I don't know what that invisible wall is, but it seems like it hits every area of my life.
So what if the wall that you're perceiving as a wall, what if, Joanne, it's not a wall? What if it's actually the result, the effects of all the work you've been doing, including the teeth? So that all of your changing vibration, stuff has to break down, stuff has to be destroyed in order to then be created. So you know when they're building a new development, they'll clear out and like break up, destroy the old like 1920s shacks to put up a new development.
Mm-hmm.
It's that same kind of a thing. And I can hear you. I can hear that your mind isn't buying it, that you want some fancier answer. You want me to go in and you want me to find, like, you know, the block of all blocks, the mother lode of blocks.
Well, I can see how that would be true because my family pretty much dissolved, and I remember thinking it's to rebuild in a new and better way. But it just seems like this has been going on for a long time. And
yeah.
there isn't an ease yet. It's like I should have been able to undo 5 lifetimes by now.
But that's what we're doing right now on the planet. That's the crazy thing about it, is that we are undoing 5, 10, 20 lifetimes. This is the time. I mean, when I was talking at the beginning of the call about clearing the lineage, what I've also seen myself ending up focusing more on is karma, a lot more karma clearing and a lot more karma cleansing. And I know that doing good on behalf of others, donating charity time, being patient, compassionate, and kind where it seems like we're being wronged. I don't mean this in the context of what I was saying to King earlier about drawing boundaries, but I mean like giving charity that helps clear one's karma. I mean, that's what we're doing in this awakening time. Anything that is not aligned with the light is getting dissolved and broken down, including teeth. Teeth are representative of roots, deep roots. If you think about how the teeth sit in our mouths, I mean, I myself have had surprising teeth challenges, and I remember asking a colleague, and she was saying that she's seeing a lot of her people with teeth problems, and things are coming out by the roots. And so, what if the money? You knew this, and you heard this, and so I know too. Our mind will interpret based on, I mean, even though we can be so aware, there is such an influence. I mean, living out of this country for 10 years in Asia, it's such a different tone in our country of how much the ego mind is supported in consumerism. It trains us to expect things quicker. It trains us to be impatient. It trains us to have an ego mind that if something doesn't come about from this natural flow of energy using universal laws quicker, as quick as we're kind of insidiously seeps into us as consumers, being able to call customer service and complain that this hasn't happened yet. And so it's the same demands that we make on our own system that's dealing with universal laws and karmic laws and hugeness. And our ego mind, the cute little thing that it is, it saunters over into this world, and it's like, wait, this hasn't happened yet. And so then it will start coming up with storylines of it, and it will make it worse. Like, I'm blocked, and this hasn't happened yet. It's not going to happen. I'm doing something wrong. There must be something wrong with me. There must be something wrong with this person who's doing the clearings on me. I must not, so it goes into a tailspin when in fact it's happening.
So is there a way to make it easier at least then? If things are, because really, my whole life has changed dramatically. I mean, people have died, gotten ill, family dissolved, issue. So I get all that could be a breaking apart before it can rebuild or build in a stronger way. I can get that, but it's so hard. So is there something that could make it easier at least?
Yes.
I mean, if all my teeth fall out of my mouth, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, well, maybe not as hard as you think, quite frankly.
That's comforting.
That's a block that I can do. But that's part of what happens is that our ego mind, in our culture, it's presented with such fear of anything. And when we face it, it is what it is. And so I'm already clearing your throat chakra. There's a constriction in your neck. Is your neck tight or your shoulders tight typically, or your jaw? Or
my shoulders and my neck, and as of last night, my glands are really going to town, and I don't normally get sick that way. I mean, I haven't been sick in probably 10 years.
So you're having a breakthrough. When did you plan on getting on this call?
Probably somewhere within the last 24 hours. I mean, I was putting out the intent of, please help me.
Yeah. So you're getting help. So you're purging at the 5th chakra. I'm going to give you this recommendation. I'm going to suggest if you want to move this quicker and you want to have it easier, then I would at least do the chakra attunement audio series. I would get in touch with my vibration, because the number one thing, and I'll do some clearings right now, the number one thing that I know I have been asking for decades is, universe, help me increase my tolerance for bliss. And I say on interviews all the time, Eckhart Tolle said in his Power of Now that the greatest spiritual teacher for the masses is crisis. But for me, as a practitioner, for decades, I've been asking, I've been saying, I don't believe we need suffering and crisis in order to grow. I believe we can choose to grow proactively, and it can be joyous, and it can be done in bliss. I don't buy into the struggle. So that vibration permeates every single clearing I do. It is the primary vibration, that in love in the heart chakra that I come from. So anything so if they're 50% off now, then you can, I don't want you to just go to the money product. I mean, I have activate your prosperity and freedom vibration, and I think it becomes like 47 with the 50% off. But I want you to have more relief than just what the money, and you'll open up your flow and openness to money if you get the Chakra Attunement audio series, and it will change all of the chakras. It will change all of your flow, and it will make it easier for you. So I recommend that you get that. If you go to my website, it's the Chakra Attunement audio series. I'm going to go ahead and do some clearings on. Can you clear your throat, Joanne? All right, I'm going to do a tone for the throat chakra. Hold on a second. You guys, this might sound loud. If you want to, those of you who are in my yoga and meditation class, and on the call, you might want to tone, and all of you can tone with me. I'm going to make the sound EH. The throat chakra is key in our times right now, and I have, in my second book that just got published this summer, Vibrational Upgrade, I talk about the throat chakra extensively, because I feel like, and from what I've seen, it's the most crucial one, because yes, it has to deal with communication, but another level to the throat chakra, which covers the thyroid, it covers the neck, the clearing of the throat, chronic clearing of the throat, speaking up for oneself, the upper shoulders being tight, a tight jawline, the throat being raw. When you get sick, it hits the throat first. All of that is a vulnerability in the throat chakra because it's closed down. So as the wheel that a chakra is, it's not turning the vital life force energy to keep it fresh and vital and strong. So anytime any of our chakras are closed down, then that life force isn't able to get out through that area to the physical region in the body that each chakra is responsible for, but to the gland either. And so we have vulnerabilities at certain chakras depending on where our foundational energy patterns are centered around what blocks. And so the throat chakra is, I'm not free, I'm limited, I'm restricted, I don't have much choice, I have no choice, I'm obligated, I'm burdened, nothing else is possible, this is so hard, I have no choice, I have to do this, others get to have what they want, I don't. There's nothing else possible. There's nothing else available. This is what I have to deal with. This won't ever change. So all of those kinds of feelings are closed down the throat chakra and are a sign that the throat chakra is blocked. And having the throat chakra opened will open up what is like a cork to the rest of the body. So all of the downpouring of the high vibratory energies coming in from the heavens and the cosmos down to the crown chakra, top of the head, the chakra between the eyebrows down, that want to go down into the body and flush the entire body with this beautiful fresh life force energy that contains love, that contains abundance, that's magnetism, that's light, that's energy, that is life force. it doesn't get down into the body. It stays clogged up in the head. So you could end up also, if your throat chakra is clogged, with headaches, with dizziness, with vertigo, with an active mind. So the throat chakra is really important to clear. So I'm going to tone, you can visualize the color light blue. The tone is EH. I'm going to open up the lines. Those of you, please, who have noise in the background, mute your lines. Feel free, please, to tone EH with me. Inhaling. Sure, and put your hands in the front of your throat and put your hands in the back of your neck. In the back, it should be up by, everybody can do this. It should be up just by about a half an inch. So your, the bottom part of your hand is on your clavicle bone, and it's flooding, the palm is flashing up to your throat, the front of your throat. Creator, it is commanded, please, to pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at her, Joanne's, and all the listeners' past life history level. I have no choice. Yes. Replacing it with I have no choice. No. Show me. Creator, it is commanded. You clear any and all free-floating thoughts and trauma. All imprints, cut all cords of conditioning from the trance of the masses. Life is hard. It's a struggle. Creator, it is commanded. You pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it for Joanne and all the listeners at their past life history level. Life is hard and it's a struggle. Yeah. Replacing it with life is hard and it's a struggle. No. Creator, good. You're shifting. Creator, it is commanded. You pull the belief at all the levels, resolving it at her and everyone's past life history level. Life is hard and it's a struggle. Yeah. Replacing it with life is easy and it's a joy. Yeah. Show me. Creator, it is commanded. You download the Creator's perspective, definition, and understanding of life being easy and a joy. Of a child of this universe in a human body on planet Earth right now. In your highest and best grace and speed. Creator, it is commanded you download the feeling and the knowing how to go about their day-to-day lives with life being easy and a joy. Show me. That moved a lot of energy. You can move your hands out from your neck and throat. Joanne and I would recommend coming back and listening to that last part. I was clearing you the whole time we were talking, so you might want to, if you're not going to listen to all of it, come back to the part that's yours.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. You might need extra sleep tonight, or in the next 3 days. You might notice you're sleeping a little bit more and you're a little bit foggier as this clears out, because there was a big chunk hit of density that's going to be on its way out.
Oh, good. I need relief. Yes, I do.
Say again?
I need relief. Yes, I do.
Yeah, and please note, too, who does this belong to? I highly, strongly suggest to you that you understand that this isn't even your storyline, that this is somebody else's storyline you've bought into.
Yep, I get it.
Yeah.
And, you know, oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I had done a bunch of emotion code work, too, and at one point in time, the practitioner said, what the heck, none of this is yours. I'm like, I feel like I'm carrying the weight of the world of, you know, not just my stuff, but family downloads, and so I get all that, but Jesus, it never ending, you know. There's got to be a tipping point here somewhere.
Yeah, and you just reached it.
Oh.
So I'm gonna try and stay in touch. I highly recommend taking the suggestion that let this be it. Let this be the tipping point. People find me when they aren't ready for change. They dilly-dally with other practitioners until then, quite frankly, is what I did over and over again with people. So trust yourself, trust your guidance to come on this call, because your glands swelling up and not having been sick in 10 years is a very typical protocol of when people call into my field and the clearings start before I even physically interact with you. It's not a coincidence. So you're clearing, you're getting what you asked for. We get, asking you shall receive, sister.
Yep. Yep.
What would it take for you to believe that this is your tipping point? And anything and everything that doesn't allow for that, are you willing to destroy and uncreate?
Yes.
Truth? Are you ready to be a different version now? Live life differently?
Well, at least that's my conscious response. My subconscious might be saying something different.
So anywhere and everywhere where you're still buying into difficulty and struggle, are you willing to destroy and uncreate and return that to sender with consciousness attached?
Yes.
Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pock, pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So one of the specials, you guys, is, Joanne, I've just muted you again. One of the specials, you guys, is a 3-month, we're still doing it, a 3-month for $97 each month of every Tuesday night calls of clearings, just like what I did here, only the theta. There's no interaction, and I'm just doing clearings the entire hour. It's intensive, and then you get the recording immediately after to listen to every day. And it's a lot of the times clearing where we're not allowing ourselves to create our lives the way we actually desire them to. It's like what you've heard tonight, but it's a little bit more advanced in that it's really clearing out the blocks where you're stopping yourselves up from creating what you want. So that's the Tuesday night special that you'll see in the email group special. And then we've recently started a Monday breakthrough blast chat that I haven't even gone out into the public to announce yet. It's a 30-minute call with me. If you go to my Work With Me page, you can see, and then you can see where you can book a call with me. You'll see the online schedule and calendar, and you can book a time to see if it's a fit for us to work together and for me to support you in having your tipping point and moving forward. And it can be as quick as you allow it. You guys, I work quickly. So listen to these recordings, listen to these clearings, and what would it take for you to allow yourself to have everything your beautiful heart desires now? And anything and everything that doesn't allow for that, let's destroy and uncreate all of us. I'm going to unmute the lines. We'll all say yes. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Times a godzillion, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Many blessings to all. Happy New Year, happy new moon. Much love. Sorry to those of you I didn't get to. Night, night.